Hey, how is everybody doing out there today? Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. I got a very interesting, cool budget knife to take a look at by Kubey. And this is the very first Kubey knife I have ever owned. When it comes to budget knives, budget EDC folders like this one here, I've sort of really cooled off on these, mostly because there are so many being released. It is just insane. If you follow the knife world, you follow what's coming out and pay attention to the new models, you'll know that there is essentially an oversaturation of budget folders. Chinese makers and manufacturers are really flooding the market with really good quality knives at cheap prices. But the problem with that is I can see how people are like, well, how is that a problem? Well, the problem is that there's so many. It's just so difficult to keep track of all these cool models coming out, and many of them are very similar. A lot of companies are sort of overlapping designs and whatnot and features. Like, you know, for an example, right now button locks are super popular, so there's a million button locks coming out, budget button locks, and it's all cool. It's very nice. It's just you get kind of overwhelmed with all of it, and it just suddenly it just becomes less interesting. So this is a budget knife that I recently picked up by Kubey, and this one caught my eye, so I thought I would definitely make a video about it because I've been carrying this for about a week, and this knife is very cool. And this is like an exception to that stuff that I just talked about, with new budget knives sort of being boring and, you know, just not very interesting. This one for me was a little bit different. So first off, this is the Kubey Momentum. It is designed by someone called Sharif Manganas, and I believe he does have a YouTube channel, and he's a knife designer, knife collector, enthusiast. His channel is pretty cool. Go check him out. See if I can put a link down below where you can find go right to his channel. But he designed this knife in conjunction with Kubey Knives, and what we have here is a really nice budget EDC folder. And these guys are coming in at a very reasonable price of around $40. And there are different variations. There's a D2 variation with some really cool, interesting camo G10. Those are going for around $50 or $54, something like that, just depending on where you got them. I believe I got this from White Mountain Knives, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken there, and I think I paid around $40 for it. So, actually, you know what? Maybe I got that backwards. Yes, the D2 versions are the cheaper ones. They're around $40. This is the one that comes in OS 10. These are around $50. So yes, I paid about $50 for this. Sorry about that. Once again, there's just so much stuff coming out, hard to pay attention. All right. Let's talk about this knife. I'm going to go through real quick, tell you why I really like it, and see if you guys, you know, check this out. And if you like what you see, go ahead and buy it. All right. Handle material is G10. It's that peel ply texture G10. It is very good quality G10. And one of the things that really caught my eye was this color. This is like that transparent natural G10, but it has a yellow tint to it, which is something I have not seen before. And in this knife, it looks really nice with the black hardware and black blade. It's very unique color. It's a very unique color for me, and I think it looks great. On the back side here, you have a really nice coated black deep pocket carry clip with inset screws. The clip mount itself is not inset into the G10, but that doesn't really matter. This thing gets in and out of the pocket, no problem, and the clip is very nice, and you can see it is a very nice deep pocket carry situation going on. So very good clip that is ambidextrous. So there you got a couple holes here. So if you're a lefty, you can use that. You got the barrel spacers there. The liners are full steel liners. that have been milled out on this side, and on this side it just has the cutout for the liner lock. And this is a liner lock riding on bearings, which has an incredibly smooth action. I mean, it's just really, really nice. So great action, very standard, G10, but it just has a very cool color. So that was something that caught my eye. I like this pivot that they have going on here with their logo, KB for Kubey. And it's very, very nice. Size of the knife and dimensions and stuff, you guys can check out. I will put a link down in the description below. It's got about I want to say maybe a 3.5-inch blade, and the handle, I don't know off the top of my head. Check out the measurements on Kubey's website or at the link I put down below if you're interested. Now, for deployment, we have 2 ways that you can deploy this knife. Traditional dual thumb studs, which is great because if you're a lefty, like I said, you got thumb studs there for you. And I love thumb stud deployment. That is actually almost always my preferred method of deployment on a knife. Is just with thumb studs. It's just really nice. This knife flies open no problem. And if you guys have noticed, it is also a front flipper. Now, I'm not too good at front flipping, so it takes a little bit of dexterity to be a good front flipper, but this knife is pretty easy to do, to use the front flipping deployment method. And I actually think it looks really cool on this knife. I love how this protrudes out here, and you can front flip it no problem. It's very, very easy to do. So 2 methods of deployment. I like that. Front flippers are a major trend right now. There are a ton of them out there. It's, once again, a little bit of an oversaturation. And you used to, like a while ago, usually only see front flippers in like more premium models. Now, along with button locks, we have a whole host, just an amazing amount of front flippers in the budget realm now. This one I really, really like. And I have another front flipping model that happens to be a budget model from Civivi that we'll take a look at in a later video that I really like. But this is a cool knife, guys, and check out this blade. This blade is fantastic. It's got a full swedge here. You got that really nice, just classic drop point shape. But check out the edge, just the edge profile here. Look at all that. It's like a ton of belly there, even though it doesn't really look like it too much from from this angle. But check that out. Look at all that belly. It's awesome. And it is extremely thin. And I mean very, very thin behind the edge. This thing has awesome edge geometry. And you got a flat grind on this. The nice tall flat grind. You got all this area here where it can taper down to a super thin edge. And it does. And the steel on this is AUS 10, which is a Japanese stainless steel. It is a higher carbon content than AUS 8. Some people, I think, get it confused with AUS 8. This is a better steel than AUS 8. Stainless, high carbon content. This one here I've had no problems with, and it's not very common at all that you see AUS 10 in this particular price range. Normally you'll see AUS 8, 8CR13. You can get 14C28N now, is pretty, a lot of companies are using that now. D2, those are the knife steels that you'll find in this price range. 9CR, sometimes N690, but usually not. Sometimes VG10, but usually not in this price range, like for $50. AUS 10, you don't ever really see, so I actually think that that's really cool. That makes this a little bit more unique. And yes, so awesome blade. I love this black coating that they have on here. I'm not sure it's very durable, but it doesn't really matter. And the ergos on this knife are fantastic. It's got kind of a Spyderco style thing going on here where you got that ramp where you can just put your thumb and choke up and get really good cutting. It works fantastic. And I have to be honest with you, the ergos on this knife are awesome. So we got great materials, great ergos, really thin behind the edge, incredibly smooth action, couple methods of deployment. You got your thumb studs, you got your, see, I suck at front flipping. It's hard to do at this angle, but you got your front flipper, deep pocket carry clip, really nice profile, great size knife, all for about $50. And like I said, you can get the D2 versions for less than that, around $40. So I highly recommend this knife, guys. If you haven't checked out a Kubey, oh, by the way, there's Sharif Manganas's logo. Lets you know that this is his design. And you could tell that a lot of thought went into this knife because it feels like an extremely good tool and it works like an extremely good tool. I mean, I've cut all kinds of things with this, and it's really a joy to use. And for $50, I mean, damn, I mean, this is just amazing for $50, guys. It is crazy what $50 can get you now for a EDC knife. Not every company does it that well, but like I said, this is my first Kubey. If they're all like this in terms of quality, and I know it has a lot to do with design, who's designing it and whatnot, but this is a sure pickup, guys, if you're looking for a nice budget knife. It's good to know that these budget imports, you know, you can still get some uniqueness and good quality materials and designs. So yeah, check it out, guys. Kubey Momentum. Put a link down in the description below where you can check it out. Thanks for coming by. Until next time, have a very good week. Stay safe. Bye.